Hobbs and Shaw. Yes, I did go to see Hobbs and Shaw last night, and let's get into the review. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Vanessa Kirby, and Jason Statham, along with Idris Elba, star in Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. This is all about The Rock, or Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock and Jason Statham teaming up to go and pretty much save the world from the deadly virus that they find out has something to do with Idris Elba, who is a genetically enhanced. He's basically this machine, sort of. And it has something to do with Vanessa Kirby, who is Shaw's sister. One of the main reasons I went to go and see Hobbs and Shaw is because of Mr. Roman Reigns being in it. I'm a huge wrestling fan. If he wants to start going into movies, go ahead. But he has to work for it. And I'll get into one of my qualms about the film a little bit later after that. But it doesn't really have to do with the film. It's about Reigns and Dwayne Johnson. So how was this film? Well, you don't go into the film going into a Fast and Furious film. You don't go into this expecting Oscar-worthy. You're not expecting anything truly amazing filmmaking. You're expecting some fun action scenes with some comedy thrown in there. And that's what you get here. You get the perfect blend of comedy and action. You have Hobbs and Shaw going at each other's throats with all these insults that are die-hard hilarious. Even callbacks to their previous work and some of their other films. It's really, really good. You get Idris Elba, who plays more of a serious role. He doesn't have much comedy in here, if any at all. But Vanessa Kirby is the main standout of this film. Vanessa Kirby, I've never seen her in anything, but she's apparently in The Crown, and if I have seen her in anything, I don't remember her. You get Isa Gonzalez, I believe is how you say her name in here as well. You get two great cameos, who I'm not going to spoil, but they're two comedic geniuses that I did not expect in here. Well, you get multiple cameos in here, but the two big cameos, you're expecting Helen Mirren in here. You are already expecting it. Let's be honest. When you have Jason Statham in a Fast and Furious film now, you pretty much have to have Helen Mirren in here now. I'm going to admit that the two cameos shocked me more than anything in this film. I knew what I was going to get. You had really badass action scenes, but the two cameos were not only hilarious, but they were so well done within the film with how they constructed them and slid them in there without anybody expecting it. In my theater, hell with it, why not? When Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Hart pop up in two different scenes, that was really, really surprising to me. I was not expecting Kevin Hart. Ryan Reynolds, it took a minute. I'm like, that's Ryan Reynolds. He's in a Fast and Furious movie. When they're on the plane to the Samoa, Kevin Hart is there, and my jaw fell on the floor. I was so surprised that I was seeing him in a Fast and Furious film, but it also brings together that Kevin Hart and The Rock have now been in 3 and 4 films coming up. Their 4th film together comes out soon. With this film, you have to suspend your disbelief. Don't go into this film expecting logic and anything like that. Expect a very fun action film with some great quippy one-liners between Jason Statham and The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Vanessa Kirby, who gives a great performance. I want to see her in more stuff that's this big and more work that is this huge. I really enjoyed this film. There's one problem I have with the actual film. And with the actual film is that it's way too long. You feel the 2 hour and 14 minute runtime, but I do gotta say, my film started at 7:13. The actual film started at 7:13. I got out of the theater at like 9:15, maybe 9:15. I did hear that there were post-credit scenes, but before the credits, like before the big long credits, or sorry, post-credits going up this way, there were a couple. There were a couple extra scenes in there that I did really like. I will see it again this year. I did really enjoy it. But again, my main problem with this film is it's way too long. You feel the 2 hour and 15-minute runtime, but if you don't sit through the post-credits, it's only 2 hours. It's only 2 hours, but you feel the 2 hours. I've heard people say that the Samoa portion of the film didn't need to be in there. I kind of disagree. I feel you kind of needed that, because why would you put the I'm never going back there and I have no interest in going back there line that The Rock says, that Dwayne Johnson says in here, Hobbs. That makes zero sense if you really think about it, because if he doesn't go back there, why would he bring up his brother? Why would he bring up not wanting to go back there for a very special reason when you know he's going to go back there? Where I think it really could have cut down was some of the downtime. I don't think you needed the romantic love story between Dwayne Johnson or I believe her name is Hattie and Hobbs. I don't think you needed that. That could have cut out a few minutes here. You could have taken out a little bit of the I don't think you needed Helen Mirren in here. That could have taken out a few minutes. So you could have shaved off 15-20 minutes of this film from what I think. This could have been a 1 hour and 50-minute film. And I'm talking about the actual film and not with post-credits, because the post-credits have to be in there because they got to give credit to every single person who worked on this film. There's thousands of people that work on this film. Tens of thousands, probably, for Fast and Furious film. VFX, lighting, everything. Multiple studios, multiple companies, and multiple different parts of the world work on this film. So they need to give those people credit. You could have cut out 15-20 minutes of the actual film, and it would have been way better. Because, again, you feel it, and right towards the hour mark, I had to pee. But going there to see Roman Reigns on the big screen, call me a mark, I don't care. And yes, I wore this shirt. I did wear this Roman Reigns shirt to Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't care. I was kind of in on my own joke, kind of. Wearing a Roman Reigns shirt just to see Roman Reigns on screen, because I know what he went through when he was... But I do know this. They probably coordinated this. They probably coordinated Hobbs and Shaw. Roman Reigns had to read for the part. I will get into that in a minute. But I think they wanted him, or he was already a part of it, before his leukemia came back in real life. When Joe's leukemia came back. I think they already had that planned out for a couple months before that. But there is the whole entire review. I'm going to go into a little bit more what I think is kind of stupid. Because one, Roman Reigns didn't have any lines. He had one line, and it was ooh-ah. Ooh-ah, which is his signature, ooh-ah, before he spears somebody in a WWE ring. That's his only line. I'll get into that in a little bit. I'm going to give Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, a B. I really did enjoy it. It's not a high grade because of that runtime. I really felt it, and I thought you really could have cut down. Now, if you don't care about what I have to say after this, I completely understand. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. For those of you who are staying, I watch wrestling every single week, and WWE has been pushing this thing in our faces like they really need to. I think they're trying to help out Universal. I think they're trying to help out Roman and The Rock. There was a portion of Monday Night Raw that was devoted to The Rock and Roman Reigns talking about how we got the part and everything. I know it's because they're actually family. And family is a big part of the Fast and Furious films. You did need to go to Samoa. Samoa. You did need to go to Samoa. But my problem is with what The Rock said. The Rock said during Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live on Tuesday night was that Roman Reigns read for the part. I don't know how you read for the part when you have no lines. Think about that. You read for the part when you have no lines except for the noise you make, the loud ooh-ah you do, which I'm guessing is a part of the Samoan culture, because both Rock and Roman did it in the film. And did I pop for it? Yes, I popped like a 4-year-old. I don't care. I popped like a wrestling fan, like I do every week. But that's one of my other problems with the film. Or with that portion, it's not to do with the film, it's just what was said on television about how he got the role when there's no way that he read for it. Because there's no line except for ooh-ah. Just throwing that out there, in case you're interested in that little bit of how my brain works and what kind of a problem it is. But there's the Hobbs and Shaw review. Thank you for staying around if you did. And I will see you guys for more reviews later. And I will have a DVD update. I'll also have, hopefully, a Mill Creek Entertainment releasing unboxing, Wild Eye releasing, and maybe a Magnolia Pictures unboxing sometime next week. Mill Creek just sent their stuff out. Wild Eye releasing is sending me some more stuff to review for you guys. And I spoke to Magnolia, and I requested some more stuff from them. So I will see you guys next time.